visit Texas tomorrow. Tomorrow. It's still in the cards. Don't know where he's going, but he's still scheduled to visit Texas tomorrow. Come in, Mike Brown, a former FEMA director. Should he be going to Texas at a time like this? Mike Brown.
Stuart, good to see you. I think the question that the Secret Service, the White House advance team, and FEMA are going to have to answer is, where does the president go? I don't mind the president going to Texas tomorrow, but he has to stay outside the perimeter of Houston. If he goes to Corpus Christi, he goes to Rockport, he goes to some of these places that are further south of Houston along the Gulf Coast, that's fine. But right now we still have, or FEMA still has, rescue efforts going on throughout the entire Houston metropolitan area.
Should he take a flyover, Mike? I mean, when George Bush took a flyover of New Orleans, there was that famous picture of him looking out of the window of either the helicopter or the plane, and that was used against him. What happens if President Trump does a flyover? There's the picture on our screens right now. He caught hell in the media for that. Should the President Trump do the same?
No, but here's why. Yes, it's fraught with political problems, but right now there are all of these I mean, if you imagine the entire city of Houston, all of Harris County, it is like a controlled air traffic control area. And so what the president needs to do is to keep Marine One, Air Force One out of that area, because that will shut down operations. And I can recall during Katrina saying, look, I do not want to shut down operations. I was assured by the Secret Service that it wouldn't, but there's still a bubble around Marine One. So I think what President Trump should do is go to Rockport, go to Corpus Christi, where the storm actually made landfall, because there are now recovery efforts going on there. But stay out of the area where response is still going on.
Got it. Now, Houston is the 4th largest city in the United States.
Right.
It's growing rapidly. I think it's got the best growth rate of any metropolitan area. And this morning, it's paralyzed. Do you think that the damage to Houston will be greater than the damage that Katrina wrought on New Orleans?
Unequivocally. Because to your point, think about this from a business point of view. If you took Houston, it's the 25th largest GDP in the world. So it's like a mini country, and it is entirely shut down right now. Most of the Jet A fuel manufacturing goes on down there, major refineries down there. And then when you think about just the size of that GDP being shut down, and then if you look at the video that Fox Business and others are viewing or showing, you look at all of those homes, that water, as you pointed out, is going to rain, continually for several more days. There is water in those homes that is up to countertops or higher. That water will take days, if not weeks, to recede. And the damage to businesses, the damage to homes, I think is going to be so extensive over such a wider area that this will way surpass Katrina in terms of cost to the economy and in terms of cost to the taxpayers.
Mike Brown, thank you very much indeed for being with us today. We appreciate that.
Good to see you, sir.